Call to order the October meeting, regular meeting of Paintsville City Council. Call the roll, please.
Bill Mack.
Here.
Thomas. David.
Here.
Jim.
Here.
Sarah.
Here.
Sean.
Here.
I want to have one item I want to take care of before we get into the agenda. And I'm thank you, crowd, for being here. I'd just like to take a moment to express my gratitude to the citizens of Paintsville for letting me be your mayor for the last 10 years. I've told Bonnie many times that the personal fulfillment of helping people and making Paintsville a better place to live and work is the reason I look forward to every day that I walked into City Hall during that 10 years. The support I've received from citizens of our city has been truly remarkable. When I have stumbled, the people have been there to encourage me and to make it clear at the polls that they appreciated the job I was doing and that they wanted me to continue even when a few screamed otherwise. To this day, I hear support and encouragement every day. I will always remember and appreciate your outpouring of love and let it be known that the feeling is mutual. As each of you know, a jury of my peers has recently handed down a verdict of guilty to charges brought against me by the federal government. Though I may disagree with the outcome, I must accept the verdict that has been reached. After consultation with my attorney, however, I assure you that we will appeal on several legal grounds. Due to this intent to appeal, I cannot and will not discuss, nor will I participate in any public discussion of this matter. I further must consider what is best interest of the city of Paintsville. It is time for us all to come together to work and fight for the betterment of our city. There are those who will never do this as long as I am mayor. Therefore, I will read my letter of resignation and submit it to the council, after which City Attorney Jeff Baldwin will explain the procedures the law requires to select my successor. We will then address the items on the agenda. Anyone who is here to speak or to disrupt this meeting will not be permitted to do so. And let me say with a smile on my face, I think everybody I see out there looks like supporters. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate that more than you know. My resignation letter says, I, Bob Porter, hereby submit my resignation as mayor of the city of Paintsville, Kentucky. Said resignation will be effective at 12 p.m. on Sunday, November 13th, 2016. And I will circulate a copy of this to each council person. And I will pass the original to the clerk. Now, on to the agenda. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes of the September 12th meeting?
I'm going to make a motion we approve those. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any questions or comments concerning the departmental reports? John, do you have any?
I don't have an agenda. No, I don't. No, well, I'm going to make a motion we approve those also. Second.
All in favor? Opposed? We also have a motion to pay the bills as presented, please.
Motion to pay the bills as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? One brief announcement, unless Bonnie sends me some telepathy on something else I need to be talking about, but want everyone that's here to come out Wednesday at 3 o'clock to the Entrepreneur Center. It's going to be a huge event. The governor's going to be there. We're going to have 4 cabinet secretaries there. We're going to have 1 commissioner there. And we're going to have a ribbon cutting for a new and exciting use for the property. We've been talking about this with the council here for several months, and certainly hope everyone will be there to support that project. Can't tell you any more about it because I just blow it for the governor. First item of business is consider approval to advertise for bids for a non-exclusive franchise for multi-channel video and programming services. That is at the request of Foothills. Has requested that we grant them a franchise within the city of Paintsville for TV, cable, and internet. And the legal step that we must go through is to advertise for franchisees. And I see that Mr. Joe Patton, attorney for Foothills, is in the back of the room. And if there's any comments or questions that anybody wants to direct at Joe.
Did we ever sign the suddenly? Because I know we never did agree to it.
No.
That's
We'll invite them
interesting.
to submit a bid as well.
That'd be fine too.
And I'd just like to stress that this is a non-exclusive franchise that's being sought. This is more in line with what we would consider a license to use the city property, the city right-of-way. And it would be a non-exclusive franchise open for whoever can submit a proposal and submit their own proposed ordinance or agreement as to also having the same right. Mr. Pat, like to add anything?
So, I mean, Foothills has already run cabling through Paintsville, haven't they?
But it doesn't serve the customers. Some of the poles that it's on are nothing our company poles do joint use agreement.
Okay, so it would. But
This will allow it to.
This will allow Foothills or its affiliate cellular services to provide an option to the citizens of Paintsville, those who want to stay with Suddenlink or another competitor can, but I think Mr. Van Du's identified an issue. There's no existing agreement through which anyone provides cable service.
Yeah, right.
There was an ordinance passed in '89, but I don't know that it was ever reduced to a written format.
I know
Ms.
it's in
Castle
some
has helped me go through the records, we couldn't locate it.
But that's what we passed, I guess, with it.
Jim Williams was on there then, if you remember, and that's like we got in an argument about them moving the office out of here and moving it to Prestonsburg.
Yeah, it was about 2006 or 2007
It came up for renewal.
Probably was long
when
in
it
there.
came for renewal, and we never did pass it, and so there's operating without a franchise this time, but they continue to pay the franchise fees through the state that we receive, so has had no effect
You
really.
need a motion to.
Advertise for the bids.
Motion to advertise for the bid.
Advertise for the bids or just advertise the approval of a new?
No, the Kentucky constitutional requirements require that there be an advertisement for bids and there be bids on any franchise, even if it's
Oh, okay, even though it's an open franchise, so,
That's
okay,
right.
alright.
So
you just need a
just
motion and a
technicality,
second.
that's right, to pose
Yeah.
it, let it be known out there that
I'll
they're gonna
second
accept the bid.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 2, annually we pass a resolution okaying our cafeteria plan. Cafeteria plan is the mechanism for which we pre-tax deduct insurance and other things from people's paychecks. Does that make sense? Anybody need any further explanation?
We've done this.
So, what changes?
It's an annual, this is an annual,
It's an annual thing.
an annual,
Is it changing?
no,
Okay.
no.
Last time, yeah. Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. I voted yes last time.
No further discussion, cause we have a motion to approve that resolution.
I make a motion, we approve the resolution to continue with the current cafeteria plan.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Last thing on the agenda is I'd like to reappoint Tim Spencer to the Utilities Commission. His term expires at the end of this month, I think.
Seems like we just appointed him last year.
Well, I think he was, and then expired term.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, he was still out there.
Well, I'll make a motion, we approve that. Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Any-
You'd mentioned that Jeff was going to bring council up to speed on the process. I don't know if he's prepared to do that at this juncture.
Yeah,
I can.
yeah, we can do that.
Pursuant to Kentucky statute, KRS 838.040, when there is a vacancy in the office of mayor, the legislative body shall fill the vacancy. The vacancy shall not occur unless a written resignation which specifies a resignation date is tendered to the body, the legislative body. The mayor's done that, specifying the November 13, 2016 resignation date. Upon the next meeting, the resignation becomes effective, and then the council will fill the vacancy by appointment of someone to the office of mayor. That's what the statute provides.
Do we need to do anything to officially accept the resignation?
There's
Okay.
nothing in the statute that requires any act by the legislature other than
So then our next step won't need to be facilitated until the November meeting.
the
Okay.
November meeting.
All right.
Have a vacancy in the office of mayor, and the council will have 30 days to appoint.
Okay, and council, does it have to be someone from council, or can it be anyone from the
It can
city,
be anyone
or-
that's eligible to be mayor. Does not have to be a member of council. The statute 838.040 at section 2C provides that a member of the legislative body in any city organized and governed under the mayor-council plan, which is this city, shall not vote for himself. So the only, if there's a motion to appoint a member of the council, that council person cannot vote for him or herself, but other than that, it's anyone who's eligible
And I
to
assume
serve as mayor.
since there wouldn't be a mayor in position at that time, a tie could not be broken.
That's correct.
And then
I
that
guess
would,
it goes to the governor then, doesn't it, or not?
If the council is unable to fill the vacancy within 30 days, then it goes to the governor. If for any reason any vacancy in the office of mayor is not filled within 30 days after it occurs, the governor shall promptly fill the vacancy by appointment of a qualified person who shall serve for the same period as otherwise appointed. And the appointment will be governed by Kentucky Constitution Section 152, which the language is archaic, but if you look at it and break it down, in this instance where there would be, if the appointment, assuming the appointment's in November, which would be after the election, the appointment would be till the next election, where then you would have an election to fill the next year.
Yeah,
Then it'd be a 4-year.
Right. That's right.
So somebody's gonna have to run for 1 year and then
Right.
get elected for a 4-year term.
And then you pick back up with
Yeah.
the term.
Okay.
And that's the.
Yeah, the only other caveat in all that, I guess you'll have to, council will need to,
Appoint one of its own to sit here and conduct the meeting at the next meeting, but that's just.
Until
that's
someone is actually
appointed,
seated.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Right.
Okay.
but that person will be still be a
Yeah,
voting
you should be a
member.
voting
of
member.
council.
Yeah.
You're just running the meeting, just calling
Yeah.
the agenda, that's it.
Yeah.
Not-
Okay.
All right, anything else?
That's me.
If not, can we have a motion to adjourn?
I make said motion.
All in favor? We are adjourned.